Good evening, my dear Agri Business students. Welcome to Vishwa Vishwani Business School webinar series. Hope recently we were conducted Agri Vista 2026 with all your support. Today, once again, we would like to give you your career route map for your future prospects. In this regard, I think today only probably ICAR, results are not yet out. I think they have given the key. Soon you are going to get your ICAR PG results also. So with this, what we would like to understand is you are at the crossroad now. So which direction you would like to go? Either you would like to get into MSc Agriculture or into MBA or into PGDM, or which course is going to be suitable to you. On this regard, we thought of conducting one more interactive session with you. Right now we were invited our professor Dr. Mahipal Reddy. He is having almost 2 decades of experience in the field of teaching, research, and especially more into agricultural sector. Now we were requested our professor to give much more insights on agricultural aspects to all of you. So before Professor Mahipal is going to talk about your future prospects, if you have any questions, so you could able to chart it in the chat box so that we will take all those questions and probably our professor is going to give you a clear route map for your future prospects. Now over to you, Professor.
Thank you, Surya. Thank you, Dr. Surya. Good evening, students who have joined this particular live webinar. Are they able to say something, Surya? I mean, do they have that particular option to say yes, hi, and all this stuff, or it's a live one
Yes,
only?
yes. They can unmute themselves and they can say.
Okay. So, students, I have, as Surya said, I worked in agri business area of teaching from last almost like 16 years, and overall teaching is almost like 2 decades. But what I wanted to tell you, I have my presentation ready because Surya told me that we are going to talk to these agri students. So my presentation is ready. But before that, I would like to show you a few questions that I wanted you to answer yourself. See, the one bigger issue for the agri students is, let me, okay. I would like to show you something. For that, I need this share option. Okay. Yes. Yes. Hope they are able to see this. Yeah.
Yes, the screen is visible. Please go ahead.
So, I mean, most of the agri students, when they complete their AG BSc after spending 4 years, they ask me a lot of questions. I just prepared a gist of all those questions that they ask, and I kept the name as reality check. Okay. So the reality check is if you ask yourself these questions like, how many want a job immediately after graduation? That's the first question. I think you need to ask yourself. How many want a high salary job? That's the second question. How many want to become managers or entrepreneurs is the third question. Because see, these questions you should be able to answer at some point of time in your life once you complete your AGBSc. The last question is how many of you want to have leadership roles before 30? I mean, uh, you are always, I mean, free to unmute yourself and answer these questions as and when you understand, as you understand these questions. Or if you want some clarity, I can explain you that clarity also. Yes? Anybody? Yeah, I think slowly people are asking questions in chat. Please need a... Okay. Okay.
I think right now the participants are 27. I request the participants, please, unmute yourself and you can ask the questions, or you can mention the chat box with your questions.
Anything will do.
You please continue, Professor.
Okay.
Meanwhile, if any
Okay.
questions are there, definitely we will
Okay.
take those questions.
Now the problem is the current market reality. The current market reality, especially from a Agri BSc point of view, is in fact, I prepared this presentation for other students, but yeah, want to join in job. Sudhakar says, I want to join in job. Okay, good. Uh, the problem with this thing is India produces, in fact, BCom, BBA, maybe lakhs of students, but Agri BSc students are also not less. India produces yeah, almost like thousands of students in Agri BSc. Okay, that's a one big problem. The second problem is very evident problem. I think most of the students also understand this particular problem. Entry level roles are very highly competitive. That means if one job is available in the market, at least 10 to 15 people, 10 to 15 students apply for the job. So that's a bigger problem. Okay. Nutan, I want to become entrepreneur before turning 30. Very good. Let me answer that question also. Then the third problem is, in fact, most of the jobs in agribusiness, agriculture actually, automation and AI are going to replace the routine jobs. That means earlier, if you are working in production, quality control, or maybe kind of a sales, these jobs are not going to exist in the future. So they are sooner or later, I mean, right now you may see them, but sooner or later they are going to be replaced with automation or maybe with artificial intelligence. So the second problem, okay? Now, employers now prefer skilled managers. Now, this is one particular thing that is very important for AGBSc students. The reason is, if you look at this statement, skilled managers. So now I'm talking about when I'm talking about the third one, I'm saying that AI and automation are going to replace the routine jobs. But the next one I'm saying is skilled managers are required. Now, these two are contradictory with each other generally, but if you observe very keenly, skilled managers means they are looking at a skill that cannot be replaced by automation and AI. Now, uh, again, if you go and ask this question to yourself, what are the skills that cannot be replaced by automation and AI? I mean, if you ask me, most of the hard skills, that means your knowledge, your all these things are can be easily replaced. Okay, in fact, some of the soft skills also can be replaced. Your ability to answer queries, your ability to interact with the customers, all these things can be eliminated, because right now if you check every week you see a lot of tech companies removing their employees and adding them with AI. Okay, the one important thing that cannot be replaced, one skill that cannot be replaced is people skills. You know, the people who are having ability to interact with people and work with people and can lead people, these are the skills that cannot be eliminated. Now the reason I got to this, I took you to this particular point is, until unless if you have a management related program, PG program or PGDM program or MBA program, this is very difficult for you to get these skills. Nurtured. The problem is these skills you will not be able to learn from the market. And it's not like that I do a course online and I get all these skills. It's not possible. So that's the reason. In fact, let me show you one more slide that will give you an understanding of what is the importance of this particular PGDM program. I'll just show you one particular slide. Probably that will summarize what I'm trying to talk about. Oh. 1 minute. Let me share that with you. Okay.
Uh, Dear students, I think you can share a couple of questions, my dear. So, which profession exactly will give you a better placements? Which course will exactly give you a right skill? So, is that skill is going to really helpful in your career? So, it is not a one-way session. It is going to be a two-way session, so that everyone will have you're spending your valuable time of 30 to 40 minutes here, right? So, I
Yeah.
request everyone to chat here.
Now I've shared the reality check with you. I mean, what's there in the market? People want jobs, and jobs are getting replaced by automation and AI, and industries want skilled managers. All these things, that is a reality check, and that's a problem for some of the students.
ಅಮ್ಮ
Yeah,
ಅಮ್ಮ
Sudhakar.
ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ
Hello.
Sudhakar sir,
Okay.
if you,
ಹಲೋ ಸರ್
yeah, please tell me, sir.
Yeah. So
You would like to say something, Sudhakar sir? Please continue, Professor.
Okay. So now this particular reality check brings us to now. I'm not saying that PGDM is the only place where you will get skills, the skills that are required by the industry. But probably what I can say is probably the easiest one, or probably the most impactful one that is going to give you the skills is PGDM. And especially place like our place, Vishwa Vishwani, where we have a very good understanding of agribusiness management, uh, agribusiness management, and we have very good connections with industry, and we have very good connection with the academia, and which is the reason probably you can say that the best school that is available uh, in and around the South India is Vishwa Vishwani, especially from a PGDM agribusiness point of view. Now, let me show you what is that we are going to do. I mean, in this 2 years of PGDM program, what's going to happen? Now, as I said, from knowledge to agribusiness leadership. Now, in fact, when I showed the reality check, one student said that sir, I want to be a leader before turning 30. Now, if you want to become a leader before 30, probably you need to understand what you have right now. Let us see what you have right now. So, as a BS agriculture student, already you have something like crop and soil knowledge. Probably it comes from your agronomy, or plant pathology, or maybe the soil science. Whatever the course that that you have studied already is going to give you the crop and soil knowledge. Now, this is very important. I'll tell you why it is important. When you enter into the market, now this crop knowledge and soil knowledge is going to help you to uh, market. Please don't use don't think about the word market in a negative way, but see it in a positive way. Now, why I said market is because if you understand the crops that are cultivated in a particular area, and you have a soil that is there in a particular area which looked after by you, let us say a kind of a territory manager. As a territory manager, what you can do now, if you understand the crops that are cultivated there, and you know the soil there, probably you can guide or you can help the farmers and dealers to pick up the right kind of a crop and the right kind of a seed for them, right kind of a variety for them. Now, there are plenty of seeds that are available, plenty of crops that are available. So, this knowledge is going to help you to market the seeds and pesticides as well as fertilizers in a much better way. Okay, that's the first point. Second one is farm practices and inputs. Now, if you look at the farm practices. Now, when we are talking about automation, when you're talking about AI, now, if you look at the farm practices, I mean, if you observe most of the farm practices that we see right now in our area, is not fully automated. I mean, still it is kind of a semi-automated. Wherever we want, we are using technology, but I'm sure slowly it is going to get changed. I mean, maybe in next 3 to 4 years, when the new generation is going to enter into the farming, I think these things are going to change. Already, I am seeing a lot of change. I mean, in fact, I have few of my students who are already working in agri-tech area. They tell me every time whenever I meet, yeah. Vivo V2355 raised a hand. I mean, can I stop? I'll stop here. Can you? I mean, is there any query that you have?
Yes.
Okay.
Vivo
Yeah.
V2355. Can you just please speak on?
Okay. I think I'll take it in chat. I mean, whatever the query that you have, please put that in the chat. Okay. Thank you. Let us continue. So when this automation is happening, so again, I mean, if you have this knowledge, already you have this knowledge from a one particular aspect, but that may not be sufficient because you need to have an exposure of all the latest farm practices that are there and inputs that are being used. Now, the third one is what you have, very, very important one is understanding of rural India. Please understand, you have spent almost like 6 months in Rave, and I'm sure you must have spent at least another 6 months to 1 year time in the rural India in various projects when you are there in your BSc, especially Rave. I'll consider that Rave is a mandatory program for all Agri BSc students, and if you consider that one, in 6 months' time, you have spent a lot of time with the farmers and their livelihood, how they purchase, when they purchase, what they purchase, and what is their lifestyle, what are their incomes, all these things very well about all these things. Now, this understanding of rural India is going to put you in a very good position. But what you need is you need a little more skills which are going to sit on the understanding of rural India. Okay. Then what you have is another one is strong scientific base. You have a strong scientific base. I mean, I'm talking about when I say what is strong scientific base, you have got biotic stress and abiotic stress. When somebody comes to you and tells you that there is a problem with my crop, there is something wrong with my crop, then obviously you are going to you have a systems mindset that you have already built in 4 years, which is going to help you. Okay, what is this? What is the reason? What could be the reason behind this? And one after another, you are going to like a doctor. I mean, when you go to a doctor, when you say I got fever, he is going to ask you plenty of questions to understand what exactly the root cause. So in the same way, you behave like a planned doctor, and you ask multiple questions that you have learned in 4 years, and you will be able to identify a root cause of the problem. The problem is, I mean, you may say, so dealer also is going to help the farmers. But I mean, I don't know whether I'm right or wrong, but I see a lot of dealers like RMP doctors, which you find in villages, where they know the reason, but they may not be able to identify the right symptom and may not give you the right medicine. Okay. But actually, you as a Agri-BSc student can work like an MBBS doctor for plants, especially, and you will be able to guide the people in a right way. So these four things already you have. That's the reason most of the companies will come to you and they want you to work in the field as a market development officer, market development executive, some those kind of things. Okay, but you see the second circle that I've prepared for you. When you do PGDM in agribusiness, what's going to happen? You have four important skills that are already there with you. But if you add these skills, okay, marketing and branding. Now, why branding is such? I mean, marketing. Many people think promotion and all this stuff. I mean, in a simple way, what is marketing? Understanding the customer needs, developing the product, and try to make it available for the customer. And at the end of the day, you are going to price it at a price and in which the customer is going to buy the product and then complete the cycle. That's what is marketing from my perspective. Okay. Look at the branding. Now, if you let us say, okay, I think there are quite a few questions that are there. Please throw a light on in the era of AI. Still, the course, still the core, still this course can be chosen by a student. Okay, I'll do that. How far PG can give a guarantee in placement? What programs will you conduct improve employability? In which segments job opportunities are more like seeds, pesticides, and drone technology? MBA versus PGDM, which we can choose, and what's the major difference? Okay. Let me answer this. I think let me complete this slide. Then probably I kept all these questions in front of me. I'll answer those questions also. Okay. So branding is, I mean, we stopped at branding. Branding is, from my perspective, it's the story behind the product. Now, I have seen, basically, I'm an engineer, then entered into MBA and worked in the industry. And what I understood is product need to be good in order to sell in the market. Let us say the simple thing is takes Tata Salt. Okay. Now, salt is a salt. Ashirwad sells it, and Captain Cook sold it, and now Tata Salt also sells it. But when you see the ad of Tata Salt, Desh Ka Namak, what is that you're doing? You're adding something called an emotion to it, the story to it. So then you think, "Arey, let me buy only Tata Salt because this is Desh Ka Namak, salt from my country. But in fact, Ashirwad is also from India and others are also from India. But again, you have that emotion. So the story behind the product is branding for me. Okay, that is what you're going to get in PGDM Agribusiness. And then you'll also learn finance and cost management. Now, I'm a marketing guy, but still, I'll say finance and cost management is very important because if you understand finance and cost management, typically you'll be able to understand the economics behind the agronomy as well as the margin that the farmers are going to get, valuation that is going to happen. All these things you'll come to know only from finance and cost management. Now, the third one is supply chain and logistics. These are very, very important. Every year, still, even today in 2026, you get a story in newspaper saying that uh, fertilizers are not available. People are pleading. They're falling on the feet of the dealers for fertilizers. That you see every time in the newspaper. And the other problem is seeds are not sufficient, seeds are not available. All these stories every time. I'm not even talking about Telangana or Andhra Pradesh. I'm talking about entire India. Entire India, same story. In fact, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh is much better. The story is much better. We are much ahead of the rest of the India. Okay, so those aspects, how to manage the product, how to manage the available raw material, that comes from supply chain and logistics. The last one is strategy and leadership. In order to do all this, the three things, marketing, I mean, managing the cost, managing supply chain requires a strategy. Ultimately, if you are doing all these things in a good way, you have a good knowledge. But if you don't have a strategy, I mean, things are not going to work. So these four things that you're going to get, and once you combine these two, you see the beauty of this. Once you combine these two, where are the opportunities that you're going to? I mean, in fact, one student asked me about the same question. How far this particular thing is going to give me, uh, in which segment job opportunities are more like seed, pesticide, or drone technology, etc. Now, if you do this, if you have these two things, like the first one is basic agriculture knowledge, and coupled with the PGDM knowledge, skills, and attitude, three things: knowledge, skills, attitude. Three of them are important. If you add these two things, what's going to happen is opportunities are going to open up for you. Now, where are the opportunities that are available? Agri input companies. I'm talking about seeds, but fertilizers and pesticides, herbicide, all the areas they need people. In fact, first few years they want you to work in the field, but once you get a little bit of experience in the form of working there for 2 to 3 years, then they want you to come back to zonal level or maybe state level or maybe national level, and they want you to lead the entire organization. Okay, so that opportunities are available. Food processing and FMCG companies like ITC, I was talking about Ashirwad. So companies like ITC, companies like Tata Consumer, Godrej Consumer, all these companies Hindustan Unilever, Dabur. So all these companies, they want you to be there. Okay, what is that role that you're going to play there? Food processing, maybe you can become a buyer, you can become a market research executive or market research manager in order to come out with a new product, or you can become a product manager also. So all these opportunities are available in food processing and FMCG. Agri startups and FPOs, huge opportunity, because in Hyderabad itself, we have got around 500 agri startups. I'm not talking about regular startups. Agri startups, we have around 500. These are all very much registered with the government agencies. I mean, unregistered, I think the number is going to be higher. So that many startups are there, and FPOs, farmer producer organizations, wonderful opportunity. Those who love to work in villages and they want to do something to the farming community, these options are available. Supply chain, again, I said, from raw material to giving the final product to the customer. So entire the supply chain has got tremendous opportunities. Wherever the value addition is happening, they need your services. So all lot of opportunities are there. And if you want to become an entrepreneur, I mean, these two things will straight away help you to start your own entrepreneurship. But what I suggest the students is not jump into entrepreneurship immediately, because what I've seen, I work with a couple of entrepreneurial ventures also. 99.99% entrepreneurship ventures are going to fail. And don't ask me about why they fail, because I have got a list of things which makes the entrepreneurship ventures fail. So my suggestion would be work in the industry for 3 to 4 years. And once you get some kind of understanding of how things work in an organization, in a industry, then probably you can venture into entrepreneurship. So these are the opportunities that you have. Okay. I think I've answered one question. Other question is how far PG can give guarantee in placement? What programs will you conduct to improve employability? Now, see, as a PGDM program, we offer plenty of courses, and we follow something called experiential learning, where the student is going to learn most of the time by doing himself. I mean, I'm not exaggerating, but typically around 30 to 40% of the learning process is going to come from the faculty, but 60% in the form of projects, in the form of assignments, in the form of role plays, in the form of group discussions, debates. So these are some of the pedagogical tools that we use where student is going to learn. Now you may be saying how this is going to work. Let me give you a simple example in the form of an on-course project. Let us say you are asked to go to a local market, okay, local sabzi mandi, vegetable market, and observe things and come back and share it. This task is given, this project is given for you for almost like 5 to 6 days. You are going to spend your time there. Okay. Now, once you spend 5 to 6 days, in fact, I've spent almost like 3 to 4 weeks in sabzi mandis in my place when I was doing my PhD as well as MBA time. Now, what I understood is that the validation happens very quickly there. And once a student spends 5 to 6 days in a sabzi mandi and comes back and shares his experience, it's going to be a wonderful learning. No classroom can teach that inside a campus. So that much learning is going to happen. So this is one side of it, knowledge, how it comes, and skills also. Once you are thrown into the market, and then obviously you try to interact with the people. There could be dealers, there could be retailers, there could be customers. When you talk to them, you pick up a lot of skills, and you will find a lot of shortage of skills inside you, and you try to pick up them. The third one is attitude. What happens is you need to improve your attitude, right? So what we do is to give you that right kind of attitude, we conduct something called career readiness training, CRT sessions. They are there in the first semester, second semester, and third semester. These three semesters, you will learn how to prepare your resume, how to participate in GD, and how to answer the questions in interview. So all these things are going to come. I think that's what I wanted to. I want to give an answer to this question. What programs will you conduct to improve employability? Once you are good from this knowledge, skills, and attitude point of view, I think more or less you are employable. Depending upon the company expectations and how you mold yourself, employment opportunities are not going to be a problem. Okay. Let me answer the first question. I mean, little trivial question, but I'll try to give my perspective on that. Please throw a light on the on in the era of AI. Still, this course can be chosen by a student. No, that's what I said before I started. I started showing you this slide. I answered the reality check, the questions and answers. In this era also, still, unfortunately, the organization still require skilled managers, and these skills. The problem is it is not so easy for you to pick up these skills from the what we call from the internet or all the stuff. I mean, these skills can be achieved by you. Skills can be achieved by you only in the form of what I can say, classroom interactions, interaction with the faculty, interaction with the industry, interaction with the peer group. So this is what is going to give you all those skills. And one big problem is you are learning a lot of things in this in the 2 years, but one important aspect that you're going to learn is how to learn. You're going to learn how to learn. Because we are here to help you out, guide you for the next 2 years. But who is going to be there once you're there in the industry? So that's what we are going to teach you in the 2 years, how to learn continuously so that you can stay in the industry. So that's the reason this particular course is very important, even though in the era of AI. Okay. One student asked me ABM versus PGDM, which we can choose, and I think it's not ABM, it's MBA, I believe. MBA versus PGDM, which we can choose. Typically, I'll answer this question from a very simple perspective. The first one is course outline, program structure perspective. MBA, what I've seen is universities take a hell lot of time to change the course structure, program structure. So, I mean, by the time you join the course, the industry expects something else from you. So that is an outdated course, obsolescence kind of a course. Whereas PGDM, every year the course structure is going to be changed, program structure is going to be changed. We try to be as relevant as much possible from an industry perspective. That's the first difference. The program content, course content. Pedagogy, I mean, MBA, it is not really possible for them to go away from the regular traditional lecture practice. It's not so easy. I mean, I've seen many schools, many MBA colleges do have case studies, but not kind of a extensive kind of a case studies. So that's second difference, pedagogy versus MBA versus PGDM. Third one is faculty. Most of the MBA faculty that I've seen, please don't take me for granted, but what I've seen is most of the MBA faculty, they come from a academic background. But what I've seen is in PGDM has an advantage where industry people join full-time teachers, like me and few other my colleagues at Vishwa Vishwani, and industry people will come and teach you. And in fact, right now we are running 4 courses where industry people are coming and taking the sessions. So that's the advantage that is there with PGDM, which is not much possible with the traditional MBA. Okay. The fourth one is SIP, Summer Internship Program, which is not possible with the MBA that I have seen in my life, because hardly you will get a 1 month break in break between your first year and second year, and no company is going to give you 1 month SIP. So that is not possible. But whereas PGDM, you're going to get a 2 months and 2.5 months of break. So you can obviously go to the industry and work there for 60 to 75 days and learn a lot of things. And we provide 100% internship. Most of them are paid internships. Some of them are non-paid, but we provide, from the college point of view, we provide internships. So that's the fourth difference. The last one and very important one is placement. Now, if you see the placements between PGDM and ABM, PGDM and MBA, a lot of differences are there. Industry understands the PGDM value. And that's the reason most of the places what I've seen is they go to PGDM and pick up students because they want a student who is ready for them from the day one. Whereas in MBA, I think that's what I have learned from my HR friends who are still working in the industry. From an MBA perspective, they need to undergo some kind of a training, at least for 3 to 6 months. Now, that's the reason industry prefers PGDM. So these are the basic differences between MBA and PGDM, and that's the reason most of the people who want to enter into corporate world they pick up PGDM. Okay, how Vishwa Vishwani is different from other colleges from a agribusiness point of view. The first one is faculty. Our faculty is picked up from industry as well as academia who are having the background in the PGDM or MBA from the ABM background, agribusiness background. That's the first thing. And second thing is our industry connections, the industry visit that you're going to have as a PGDM ABM student. That's a third one. And the fourth one is the placement point of view and SAP point of view. We've got almost like 12 to 15 companies that come for internship at our place, and almost like 20-25 companies that come for placements. So these are the, I mean, see, from a student point of view, I mean, if I'm a student in the place of you who is sitting on the other side, I see it three things. I mean, first one is I see the infrastructure, whether it is there or not. Very good infrastructure I want. Second one is the faculty, and third one is SAP and placements. And the rest of the things, I think, people know, students sitting on the other side, they know how to figure them out. Okay, so these three things are very, very important, and we are very good from these three aspects: faculty, infrastructure, and SAP and placements. We are very good. So that's the reason Vishwa Vishwani is completely different, completely at a next step when it comes to other institutions. Okay, MSc Agri, PGDM, ABM, which one is better? Again, perspective, if you want to enter, I mean, I see agribusiness into three parts. Okay, one is pre-production and production and post-production. So if you want to enter into pre-production and some kind of a production process, then probably you can go for MSc, where I'll tell you the scope for growth is very limited. Either you can enter into research labs, R&D labs, or maybe into some kind of a sales. But whereas the other side, post-production, the other side of the production and the post-production, where the much of the value addition happens, a lot of opportunities are there. So, I mean, if you ask me, if you're chasing good jobs and good jobs and good future and good, growth aspects, then, and if you're good at the knowledge and skills and attitude point of view, I think I suggest you to go for PGDM ABM. So, but again, if you're very keen on R&D and production, still you can pick up MSc Agri. Sir, I am a third year student. We will take the subject spallation, a major PGDM spallation. What kind of spallation is our college offering? Okay. Okay. I think we offer 9 specializations. One such specialization is PGDM in Agribusiness Management. In that one, we offer almost like 10 different elective courses, which you can pick up on your choice. So starting from agri input marketing, value chain management, supply chain, and food business management. Like this, many courses are there from which you can pick up. Okay, again, it's your choice and which direction, which industry you want to join. Based on that one, you can pick up. Okay, so probably we can meet one-on-one at our campus so that we can discuss a little deeper about this. PGDM general versus PGDM agribusinessman, which one is better? If you're a agribusiness guy, agri BSc student, I strongly suggest you to pick up PGDM ABM. I mean, obviously, general students are also going to have good opportunities, even though if you're from BS Agri, but PGDM Agri Business Management is going to give you that edge. I see this one when pool campuses happen. Most of the time, if you say I'm PGDM ABM specialization or PGDM ABM student, then companies would love to prefer you than the PGDM general student or Agri BSc guy who has taken PGDM general. So that's that's the difference that I wanted to highlight. Okay. Will be internship provided and from which semester? Okay, we provide internship after second semester, and we take care of that entire responsibility. Student not to worry. We get the companies and we ask the students to attend for the interviews, and we prepare the students for the internship interviews also. So most of the things we'll take care. The only thing that I think a student need to do is understand what the CRT team is doing and what the faculty are suggesting. And whenever they get any doubts, if they can clarify those doubts with the help of the faculty, I think you are ready for internship. I mean, that's not a big, big deal. Okay. Uh, for our future career, and what is a placement package? I mean, these are the things which are little confidential. I think I do not. I can share you exclusively Agri Business students packages if you can visit our campus, because I have that information on my system. I'm system in the sense we maintain a system wherein all the information is available. So probably this is a kind of a little confidential question. Probably you can come to our campus. We will have a one-on-one discussion with the faculty and the placement team so that you can get a clarity on this one.
I think, Professor, we can mention our recent placement track record. We have 96% placements, and the average package is 6.5 lakh, and the highest package is 14 lakhs. So this much I can say. And
Yeah.
with specific to the agri-business related one, we have very good agri-related companies which are coming to the campus, and one-to-one, we will provide you the concerned placement officer
Yes.
for your interaction. Then come, because it is for your future. You just have some time to know much details about placement and internship details. So if you're satisfied, then probably you can think of PGDM Agri Business Management in Vishwa Vishwani. Continue, Professor.
Okay. So one student asked how much we need to score and have percentile for getting admission. See, I mean, basically we follow what AICT says. That's a minimum threshold. I think minimum threshold is at 50%. But I mean, the better the percentage, we have got some scholarships that we are offering exclusively for the students who have performed really well in their graduation, and those who are from Agri BSc background. We have some special scholarships for them. So that again, I mean, the better the percentage that is, but nevertheless, I mean, a percentage above 60% is a decent one to enroll into PGDM program. 60 and above is decent one. Even I've seen students with 50 plus percentage and doing well in their career after completing PGDM. That also I've seen. So that's not a big deal. I mean, whatever the mistake that you have made in the past, probably you can correct some to some extent in PGDM, and you can have a better career. So that's about the score and percentile. Okay. So what's the admission process for PGDM ABM program? Simple thing is, please visit our office, our campus, whichever you want, or you can visit both of them if you want to be rest assured. So you can visit our campus and you can visit our office. There, our team is going to guide you. This process is very simple. I'll explain you in few steps. The first one is you come and fill up the inquiry form, and then you have a one-to-one interaction with the counselor. Once your concerns and queries are sorted out, then probably you can fill up the online application form. Once you fill up the application form, you will get a link wherein you can take the test, online test only. You can finish that particular test. If you have not taken any of the exams like ISET or MAT or CAT or ZAT or whatever, these online CMAT, online in the national level tests, if you have not taken them, you have to take this test. That's an AICT mandatory. So once you take the test, then you will be undergoing an interview. So once the interview is done, you are going to, I'm just giving you in a crisp manner, the procedure, once you come to our campus or office, you will be explained in detail. Once the interview is done, once the test is done, then you will undergo the interview. Once the interview is completed, you will be getting an offer letter. So this is the entire admission process. I mean, as I said, I paucity of the time I gave in a very crisp manner. Probably I suggest you and encourage you to come to our campus or office so that you can have a better understanding of the process. Surya.
Professor, I think right now almost 45 minutes, the webinar time is almost over. And there is one last doubt. Sir, how much in CAT or any exam for getting admission?
Okay. See, any exam, if you are able to qualify, we expect at least if you take a CAT examination, we look at least a 50+% and above. But again, I said if we would like to talk to you before making a decision. That's the reason you please come, because sometimes the students might have not done well in the entrance examination, but they have a lot of enthusiasm and zeal to do the PGDM in agribusiness management. So obviously, that also plays an important role. So always, I mean, this is what we expect, at least 50 and above in the entrance examination. But even if it is less also, it's not a hurdle for you to get into PGDM program, provided you have enough enthusiasm and zeal to take the course in the spirit.
Yeah, I think we can conclude, Professor. My dear, if you have any last 1 or 2 questions, you can chat in the chat box. Otherwise, we can conclude this today's webinar. In particular, see, in 1 hour you cannot get anything. In fact, truly speaking, the only one thing which we can advise is, if you want a better career, choose minimum of 3 to 4 institutions, spend some time, interact with professors, interact with placement officers, and get to know the placements, internships, fee structure, return on investment. Then probably you may take the right decision for your bright future. Don't simply someone will say something, just don't blindly believe. And you are wise enough, you're already completed your graduation also, so you can take the right decision. Professor, any concluding remarks?
No, as I said, I mean, the students, once they have completed BS Agriculture, the only thing is that I have learned with my experience in interacting with the students over the last 15 years is, I mean, see, jobs are very important. The job is a very important thing in everybody's life, but don't stop at a kind of a job that is not suitable to your knowledge, skill, and attitude. So probably if you can refine your knowledge, skill, and attitude with the help of PGDM Agribusiness Management, the valuation is going to be very high, and there are good chances that you are going to land up in very good careers. So, I mean, I've seen people, they joined the job and they have got a couple of promotions and they retired from that particular level only. So what I'm saying is, please don't miss that opportunity. And if you can invest 2 more years of time, of course, finances are also involved, but if you can invest 2 years of time, probably the kind of a job that you're going to get is going to be completely different than what you are currently envisaging. So whatever that you're visualizing right now is going to be completely different once you complete your PGDM program. So that's the validation that is there from PGDM. So I encourage you to visit us and talk to us to know more about what kind of a change that you can see in your life. And I wish you all the best, guys. Thanks for joining this particular webinar, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you.
1 minute, Professor. There is one last question I will answer. What is the fee structure? The fee structure is 8.1 lakh, and we will provide you the highest scholarship is 2 lakhs, depending on the student merit, my dear. So that you can, and including the rest of the fee, also free transportation, which are provided for Vishwa Vishwani PGDM students. And thank you, all of you. Yes, ICAR PG score is also accepted. Yes, we will also accept ICAR PG score, and we will also accept your graduation score also. If at all you are a merit student, definitely we will consider your percentiles and your reputation for that matter. Thank you, Professor, for your valuable time today evening with all our prospective agri, I can say agri entrepreneurs, which I can call it as. So they don't want to do a job. I wish they would like to get into entrepreneurship and they need to success in their life. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All the best.
Yeah.